Hey everybody, thanks as always for tuning in to PDubs Arcade Loft, where we greatly appreciate it when you hang out upstairs with us. I'm your host PDubs, and welcome to another episode of the Multicade Mondays podcast. Good to see all of you guys here today. Let's kind of take a look here and see what's going on. Let's see who's here. We got Meatballs here. We got Papa Brad is here. We got Al is here. Juan is here. Good to see you, Juan, as well. We got William. We got John. We got Chris, we got Stardust, Jason, Mark Whitman, Hollywood Polo. How was your day? My day was fine. How was your day? All that kinds of stuff. You notice that, hey, 19K Fox is here as well. You notice we didn't do the countdown clock. You know what? I remembered that back in December, January, we promised we would stop doing these countdown clocks. So guess what, guys? We're going to try and avoid doing these countdown clocks in the future, because I know you guys find them kind of tedious and annoying. So hopefully you guys like that change. Just make sure you're here on time then. That way you don't miss the beginning of the show. What's going on? Alpha Triad hates Mondays. Well, this is Multicade Mondays. We're not doing an I Hate Mondays. Q-Dubs. Love seeing all that. Oh, thanks so much. I'm glad Mike will be sent some folks my way. Always like it when we all kind of collaborate and send people back and forth and all that kinds of stuff. Good to see you guys. Ricardo, Mitchell, Conti. Okay. So I know it's kind of a little bit late on the East Coast, but keep in mind it's super early here on the West Coast with daylight savings time. Arizona does not change times. Everyone else shifts, springs ahead. So California sprung ahead, and now they're on my time here in Arizona. So technically I'm on California time. So now I'm on Pacific time, right? So it's 7 o'clock out west. I know it's kind of late for the East Coasters, so if East Coasters watch the replay, there won't be any hard feelings. No worries there, my friends. So let's kind of get to this. So topics for this week on Multicade Mondays. We're going to be going over the AtGames news. That's where I need your guys' help. I want your feedback. I want your honest feedback and reactions. AtGames announced a lot of big changes coming to their customer service, their support system, and is this going to resolve a lot of the issues they've had over the last 12 months, and is it going to give us a better experience? We're going to give you an update on our Captain America mod project, our Multicade Mondays mod project of Captain America. Also give you guys a little bit of an update on that Q*bert arcade cabinet that I won at the Captain's auction. And also we're going to talk iiRcade, some iiRcade chatter, as well as our go-to games, and all that kinds of stuff. And we can touch on some Arcade1Up stuff as well. So let's get to it. Who's on the East Coast? Who's on the West Coast? Let me know. Throw it in the live chat. Greatly appreciate it. That Genie guy sent me. Yeah, he's a good dude. Mike is a good guy. Tyler's on the right coast. There you go. And speaking of which, Tyler Fisher, guys, last week when we rolled part 1 of the Captain America mod project, Tyler Fisher offered to donate a coin door to the project, and he shipped it to me, and I received it just the other day. So how about a big shout out to Tyler Fisher? That's what this community is all about. Again, making this cabinet for my buddy Vern, who also goes by VJ, and for his son. And obviously I'm not charging him anything to do this. And when you see part 2, you'll kind of see the debacle he was in previously, with a previous cabinet purchase that he got. So here we go. Central's here. East Coast represent. I love seeing people from Chicago. That's my old stomping grounds. Greatly appreciate that as well. More Midwesterners are here. Very, very nice. So a huge shout out to Tyler. Thanks so much, Tyler, for donating that coin door. I'm very excited to put that on his cabinet. All right, let me pop this bad boy open here, and let's see here. Let's make sure we didn't miss anybody. All right, let's do it, guys. Let's do it. So let's go ahead and let's start talking about these AtGames updates. And this is where you guys come in, because I want your feedback. I want your reactions to what they're doing. So I'm going to kind of start pulling some stuff up here for you. Let's kind of take a look at this. Let's kind of walk through this together. I'm going to give you my honest opinions and reactions. But the most important thing is getting yours. That is the most important thing. So let's take a look here. So AtGames put out this little presentation. They sent it off to YouTubers last week, and then they shared it this week with everyone else. So we kind of got a little bit of a heads up that this was coming, but they're revamping their customer service. They're now going to call it Customer Service 2.0. And we have to say, guys, we have to admit that when it comes to AtGames, back in 2019, 2020, I personally feel they had some pretty decent customer service. But during 2021, it's like it all just kind of went kaput, right? AtGames just seemed to have really bad customer service. A lot of it felt like, finger pointing towards the owners. Like, well, what did you do? Did you roll back your firmware? Or what did you do to your machine? Did you do this? Or it works on my machine, but not yours. Which, by the way, is the worst advice you could ever give someone as a customer service representative, or even as a friend, or if someone tells you like, hey man, this thing isn't working on my you-know-what, and if someone else tells you and they go, well, it's working on mine, that is the worst support that a friend can say, a customer service rep can say. That is the worst thing you could possibly say to somebody. Well, it works on mine. You automatically make them feel stupid. You automatically make them feel lower as a person and all that kinds of stuff. So let's see if what AtGames is doing is going to kind of put them back where they need to be in regards to customer service, right? So this initiative is going to be the start of the next generation of customer service support from AtGames. It's going to enhance and streamline their operations. They're going to have a new integrated contact form, live customer service chat, and that right there is huge, guys. Live customer service, and they're also expanding their customer service team. All right, so let's take a look here. One of the most annoying things about AtGames customer service over the last couple of years is it was all done by email, right? Email. What does Arcade1Up have? That's actually really good for Arcade1Up. They have a full-blown ticketing system, right? They have a website you go to, you fill out a support ticket, the tickets are tracked, logged, responses are automated, plus you get responses from service reps. Arcade1Up has greatly improved their customer service over the last year, whereas AtGames kind of went down, in my opinion. But they're getting rid of email, which is awesome. They're now going to have on here a actual contact form that you're going to fill out, including, any kind of photos, receipts. This is the same kind of stuff that we do when we fill out an Arcade1Up. And these features, so it's an actual kind of like ticketing system, right? Kind of similar to what Arcade1Up is doing. So this whole AtGames email, support@atgames.net, this email is going to be retired. You're going to get an automated response telling you to go to this URL right here, atgames.net, arcades/contact. You put in all your details, and after you do that, guess what happens? You now have a ticket open that can be, I guess, tracked better and all that kinds of stuff. So it's pretty interesting to see this, and I think that is step one in a big win, because just emailing a company and then emailing again, now they're actually going to be able to track these things appropriately, right? So, see Smooth, good, no email, made the company look done. Tyler Fisher says, AtGames needs a refresh. The software interface is weird and annoying. I am done until they do a refresh. Let's see here. Customer service is top notch. They helped me very quickly this weekend. Yep, we're going to get to that. Let's see here. Know what would be huge would be something worth paying for. Wow, glad to hear the upcoming improvements. The AtGames fan pages are always full of people saying it works on mine. And that is the worst advice you can give somebody in their time of crisis, right? In their time of need and all that stuff. So step one, they're getting rid of email, and they're actually going to have a form you fill out to actually file a ticket on their website, which is really cool. Now, this, in my opinion, is the big winner. This is the big winner right here. They're actually going to provide live chat. So the new contact form now adds live chat support with one of their agents. The live chat support will be Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific time, and then there's the East Coast times. And they can help you with order cancellations and updates, escalatory route if your support request takes beyond 48 hours. So if you want to get like, hey man, I'm an upset customer, I want to get this rushed. Non-technical matters is interesting because a lot of people would probably use this and be like, hey, how do I put ROMs on a USB stick and play them on your platform, right? They're not going to want to handle that stuff. But when it comes to your actual support for your open tickets, all that kinds of stuff, you'll actually be able to talk to a live person. All other chat requests will be handled on a case-by-case basis. All chats can be converted into support tickets for broader coverage, technical assistance, and troubleshooting. So I personally feel that this is a win. Let me know in the live chat, guys, what you think about them adding some live chat support. Live chat's always nice, right? I mean, if there's one thing we like doing, it's actually talking to a real person and not a robot, at least in my opinion. So you guys got to let me know. John Harris says he can't beat the Legends Ultimate, plays everything 99% of every controller you'll ever need. Well, that is true in a way. Michael hasn't updated his AtGames in months. Kongs are us. I'd love a whole new user interface, refreshed design for new users, not those that need to take Legends Academy classes to navigate stuff. T-Slayer says it's definitely a win. Let's look at Meatball Saucy. Meatball Saucy, I think support improvements are definitely needed. I do find the timing interesting. This comes right after we hear that software updates are no longer on a schedule. Staffing changes? Well, their staffing is actually beefing up here, which we're going to dive in here in just a little bit. So, for instance, expanded team. Their customer service team is going to continue to hire more individuals. The quality assurance team, the QA team, will now provide Tier 2 technical support capabilities for the customer service. So that's probably going to be like if you open a ticket and you have a hardware issue, something of that nature, the customer service reps are probably going to bump that to the QA folks to get resolved. Both of the teams are going to share the ticketing system for greater efficiency and collaboration. That's all kinds of good stuff. Now, AtGames claims, let me grab a drink of water here, guys, that with these changes, they're going to have shorter response times for support tickets, improved process for order modification and cancellation requests, faster method for customers to check on the status of a ticket, which is good because, it was kind of silly that it was, if you guys remember, oh man, I thought this was the silliest thing in the world when they were like, send us an email and open a ticket. And if you want your ticket escalated or you want to check on it, don't email us again. Go join this Facebook group. And over here in this Facebook group, we'll help you further. It's very weird, right? And that's not the way to do it. This right here, in my opinion, is the way to do it. So that sounds pretty good as well. Now, this new customer service starts a week from today, guys, starting March 28th, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 noon on the East Coast. They're going to do their first live customer interactions. And with anything new, I'm sure there's going to be speed bumps along the way. They're going to refine their processes moving forward. I mean, this is no different than any other company when they try a new initiative. You learn from your mistakes. And of course, they left the typical, we thank the community for their support. And, we'll continue to refine our processes, yada, yada, yada. So customer service 2.0 from AtGames. Now, hopefully AtGames can improve their customer service because that's probably been one of the most critical things for them in the last 12 months that has really just gone down. These changes make me feel a little bit better. And hopefully when they implement these, they'll make it for a better experience for everyone who loves playing on their Legends Arcade family of products and all those kind of Multicade devices. Hey, PDubs, this is an innovate or die situation in terms of business models. That's not water you're drinking, it's vodka. Yeah, everyone hated the Facebook page. That's true. Yeah, Bill, I mean, just like anything new, you got to be patient with the rollout. I mean, it is what it is, right? So that's all good. So happy to see that. I'm hoping, I did an AtGames year in review video on my channel, and I said, and when I published that a long time ago, back in December, I said one of the biggest things they need to fix in 2022 is their customer service. So if this works out over the next 9 months, it'd be really great for the next year in review video that we say, hey, things got better, right? Things got better. Let's see here. Imagine if Apple's customer service was like this. Yes. I mean, a lot of the larger Major corporations obviously have much better customer service. I mean, what can you say? I mean, the company I work for has amazing customer service, even better than this stuff, but it's nice to see that they're taking a step in the right direction. Yes, they had a Facebook page that they would send you to. So, all right, but let's get to something a little bit more interesting, and that is the Legends BitPixel product. This is one of the few new products that are coming out this year by AtGames. So for all you Multicade fans out there, the Legends BitPixel HV. There's a lot of folks who haven't received theirs yet. A small batch came in, and of course, AtGames sent a few units out for reviews and media and things like that. I myself reviewed one on my channel. I gave it kind of a, what you might call a lukewarm review. Well, not lukewarm, more like a, hey, this is a neat product, but it's not going to be for everybody, right? Because not everybody wants to throw one of these on top of their pinball machine, right? So, but if it's something you're interested in, I think you're going to like it. If it's something that you think is completely atrocious, like I would never put this on my pinball machine, you don't even need to place your order. But for everyone who placed their orders, some already landed. When I was checking the import sites, I saw a few containers of these actually landed. So it sounds like they have plenty on hand. So the first wave will get their payment links by March 22nd, which is tomorrow. And the remaining wave 1 will be sent out in April as planned. And this wave 1 will include everyone who made a reservation during NOD Autumn 2021, the 2021 winter sales, and some NOD 2022 reservation holders. So some people who placed reservations this year. But the good news is everyone who placed a reservation last year should start getting their payment links starting tomorrow. And if you don't get it tomorrow, you're going to get it in April. That's kind of the order that they're going in order to get these fulfilled. And if you have any questions on where your order is, you go to their new thing, atgames.net arcade/contact, and all that kinds of stuff. Now, they did publish this on their Facebook pages and stuff. So you guys can also, find this. I think this is also on their Discord channels and stuff. But this is kind of like the frequently asked questions. I like where Dr. Faust is going. We need a Data Ease pinball pack. That would be super sweet. Whatever happened to the non-pixelated version? It's still coming, my friend. It's still coming. The LCD version is still coming. I'm here in July, is what I heard last time. But the BitPixels will be here in April, and all that kinds of stuff. March and April, and start shipping out. Now, this is very interesting. Now, this particular thing is kind of weird. The Legends Premium Owner Program update. So the invitations are coming soon. So what is this? This is where they're going to send out special invitations to customer to qualify to receive an opportunity to be part of the Legends Platinum Owner Program. The invitations will be sent around the 20th of every month. And it's for owners who have had their 1 year of ArcadeNet or BYOG paid subscriptions. The paid subscription period is calculated until March 15th, 2022. Now, it is important to note that if you have not paid for ArcadeNet or BYOG, let's just say you have free months. AtGames gave away a ton of free months. They were giving away those things like hotcakes, right? Here's a 6-month subscription. Here's a 30-day subscription. Here's a 30-day, and a lot of people redeem those, right? The only way you qualify for this based upon tenure is if you actually have a paid subscription for 12 months straight. So if you had, let's just say, 3 free months of ArcadeNet, but you only paid for 9 months, well, you still got to pay 3 more months of ArcadeNet or BYOG, whichever subscription service you signed up for, in order to hit that 1-year mark. Now, it kind of makes sense, but me personally, I know that there are a lot of people out there who have redeemed a ton of free ArcadeNet. So I myself was like, well, why not just count it anyway? You know what I mean? They've been even though it was free, not paid for, they've been on the team, if you want to call it a team. They've been on your team. They've been a customer for 12 months or so. Why not just give them the Legends Platinum Owner Program? But AtGames is adamant that it has to be paid. It has to be paid. But that's just one way to get into the program, right? They're going to be doing Invitations for the e-store. So if you've purchased over $2,000 in products from their website directly, you'll get an invitation to get in. And then, of course, they're going to update this every single month and all that kinds of stuff. Now, I believe the Legends Platinum Owner Program, if I recall, the main caveat to this is your products will have a 1-year warranty versus 90 days. It's important to remember that now all AtGames products have 90 days. Kato says he's going platinum. Nooner says so like 10% of owners, since most got freebies. I don't know. I don't know the statistics. I don't work there. I don't know how many. All I know is a lot of people got free ArcadeNet. Look at Mike Caputo. I've never paid for a month, and it expires on December 23rd. That's true. That's true. A lot of people got free months. So it's weird. It's interesting, but it's also weird. I feel like me personally, I feel like they're segregating their customer base a bit. Hate to use that word. Separating. They're separating or dividing their customer base a bit. I don't know. I mean, I remember when the Wave 1 owners of like the arcade machines and stuff, we were told we were not going to be left behind, right? We were not going to be left behind. And AtGames would continue to support those owners. So if I think about that from all that time ago, man, it's been a couple years already. Can you believe it, guys? It kind of seems like, yeah, we're not leaving those original owners behind because they've probably been with us the longest and probably qualify for this program. But still, it's weird. I mean, me personally, I really like the fact that they improved their warranty to 90 days. I just wish if they're going to do a 1 year, just give everybody 1 year. Prices are going to be raised anyway to cover the 1 year warranty. So there you go. Meatball Saucy. I bought 6 months on day 1 of ArcadeNet Live. I can't redeem codes in my locker because I am at max. Forget buying more. There you go. Let's see here. The default warranty in Europe is 2 years by law. I don't know. I don't live there. I don't know the warranty laws there. So I'll take your word for it. Mike Hawks says, I want to be excited for the Core Max, although I guess we will need a new build of coin ops for it really to be effective for anything but the HD versions of pinball games. I mean, yeah, right out of the box, you'll be able to get the pinball in 1080p and 60 frames per second, like all the pinball games, because some, unlike the other Legends Core devices, I think they run at 720, 30 frames per second. So, I mean, that's one nice bonus of the Core Max. But AtGames didn't bring like new games. Like, hey, we're giving you a more powerful device. Here's some new games included in the device. We got the same 100 games that are already on the other pucks. So it would have been nice for them to add some games to show it off. Because otherwise, at this point, it's like the community has to go find games that you can run on this thing, right? So let's see here. So if you bought something on Nod that came with bundled with ArcadeNet, and does that count as a paid subscription since you did technically buy it? I would ask AtGames. I think that the ArcadeNet was included. Here's what's interesting is on a lot of those deals from last year, not the most recent National Owners Day. You guys remember last year, they included 1 month ArcadeNet, but the prices on those deals were all additional $20 because the ArcadeNet cost is $20. So to me, it's not like you got ArcadeNet for free because the deal was $20 more than it should have been, right? You paid for that 1 month, in my opinion. Now, this most recent nod, they didn't even include ArcadeNet in it. I think that's a question for AtGames to ask because I don't know if they're going to say, hey, it was a bundle, so it doesn't count. Or if they're going to say the ArcadeNet was free. But if it was free, why was the deal $20 more than it should have been? It's kind of weird, right? It's kind of weird. So yeah, I would whatchamacallit. Oh my god, you already beat Elden Ring? Oh man. I haven't even had a chance, bro. I have not even had a chance to fire up Elden Ring, but it's coming. It's coming. We're gonna be playing some Elden Ring. I've already, as you can see, got some assets we're putting together for the live streams. And I have a feeling what we'll end up doing is a Monster 12, like maybe a 10-hour weird-ass, Elden Ring live stream. That game takes forever. All right, so there you guys go. That's what's going on with all that kinds of stuff. So, also they're going to be doing deals for these platinum owners. So this is interesting. Let's pull this up. So, every month they'll be doing monthly deals for the platinum owners. So, like, you can get the pinball kit for $25 for half off. You can get the BitPixel HV for $100 versus $300. You can get the Legends. Which one's this one? Oh, the normal BitPixel for $100 as well. So a lot of these deals that AtGames is going to be giving folks is, going to be tied to these platinum. Well, platinum owners are going to get deals, so that's kind of plus a 1-year warranty. Oh my goodness, let's get my fault. All right, so let's see here. All right. Maybe this will answer some of your questions, and then we can move on to something a little bit more exciting. Let's pull this up here for you guys right now. So, will there be deals every month? Yes, they're going to host deals every month for platinum owners. What if I already have all the items from the deals? Well, you can still take full advantage and get them as gifts to friends and family. That's one of the funniest things I've ever read. Well, what if I already own all your products? Well, buy them again and give them as gifts. I cracked up when I read that. I cracked up so hard. Why am I not in the LPO? Because you don't matter, right? No, I'm kidding. It is by invitation only for those who qualify, so you got to make sure you qualify. Okay, so here's what's interesting is if you are sure that you should be in the LPO, you feel you should be in the LPO, but you didn't get your invitation, make sure you contact AtGames and they will dig into it, research it, and verify and confirm that you qualify. So, what I like to do is, when it comes to bringing you guys home arcade news, which is what I've been doing for the last 2 years, I really like talking about the exciting stuff, right? New products, new games, things like that. I know this stuff sounds kind of boring, and my apologies for that. But, it is part of the companies that we're covering. So, hey, they got a platinum owner program, which I think is kind of weird. Some of you might love it, especially if you get that invitation. I'm excited that we got an update on the shipping status of a product. It sounds to me like, coming very soon, because as you guys know, time flies by. You got the BitPixel HV coming out, you got the Legends Core Max coming out, and the Bit LCD marquee, which I think is probably going to be their most popular item of the year, in my opinion. That's probably going to be the big one that everyone gets really happy for and stuff. I know I reserved one. So one of these I'll change out to the LCD, and I'll probably do the other one as a giveaway on the channel, something of that nature. And then again, even still, like if you have this one or this one, it's the same thing, and you upgrade to the BitPixel LCD, dude, these things make awesome wall decorations in your arcade and game rooms. As you guys know, I started my channel talking about game room decor. So, this kind of stuff, which you can put custom images on, custom signs, like Meatballs Arcade, right? Top scores and all that stuff. Like, it actually would make a good decoration if you upgrade that kind of stuff, at least in my opinion. All right, let's get some final thoughts from the live chat. Guys, do me a favor, because I want your feedback. What do you think about all the news from AtGames? Do you think they're taking a step in the right direction about customer service? Are you guys happy your BitPixel HVs are going to be shipping in probably the next couple of weeks? Looks like redemption emails are coming out starting tomorrow. And also, Legends Platinum Owner Program, do you guys like it? Do you guys think I'm overthinking it? Do you think it's a good thing or do you think it's a bad thing? Let's throw that in the live chat real quick, guys, and then we're going to start talking about Bert as well as our Captain America Arcade mod. RB says AtGames should be removed from Multicade Mondays until they release something new. Nah, I don't think that's necessary, because there's a lot of stuff with AtGames products that we can cover on the channel. Let's see here. Scarpad says he wants the Core Max so he can run elevator action at 560%. Let's see here. Pitbull says the service is good, the rest is lame. Chat, customer service is good, but the platinum thingy isn't. Meatball, I'm really looking forward to the release of the Bit LCD just so that Pixelcade LCD will work with the stock machine. That is correct. I think Meatball's got one of the ones that he purchased from Al Linky over at Pixelcade directly. But of course, because he got it from him and not from AtGames, it's not linked up with the AtGames devices yet via the firmware. But since you already have one, my friend, I'm sure once that launches, you'll be able to get that up and running. Let's see what people say. Huge leap forward for AtGames. There you go. It's a step in the right direction. Whatever happened to the AtGames driving cab? Is this a way to distract us from that? I don't think so. This is just the announcements they have today. Once they have an update on that racing cabinet, whether or not it's coming to fruition or canceled, I'm sure we'll hear about it. AtGames needs to make the pinball buttons cheaper. Yeah, I mean, we're just talking those two little things that you stick on the sides of all your arcade devices. Like, I would love for those just to normally be $25 instead of $50. So, Hollywood Polo, let's read. He thinks Customer Service 2.0 might have a chance, but the Platinum package is dead on arrival. There you go. Appreciate that honest feedback. Let's see here. Is there an LCD marquee for the AtGames Legends Ultimate Mini? Not that they've announced yet, but in my opinion, these products, the BitPixel LCD and the BitPixel LED, have been very popular products with AtGames owners. And if I was AtGames, in my opinion, you now have the Legends Ultimate Mini, whether you have the Tetris edition or you have the actual little black cabinet with the Multicade artwork on it. Since these were successful, why not make another one, milk it, make an LED and an LCD that fit those cabinets, because, you know, these devices don't fit inside of the cabinet, right? So if I was AtGames, I would milk it, right? If they're popular, people like them, why not do them? There you go. Prediction from you. How powerful will Core Max be? Will this be able to run Dreamcast PS2 with right cores over time? Until I get my hands on one, I don't want to speculate. I don't want to speculate, honestly. So I'd like to get one and test some games out, see how it runs. We'll find out. Okay, let's get off all that. Let's get off all that kinds of stuff, guys. So let's talk a little bit about, let's do a QBert update. So I know this isn't a Multicade, but a lot of people who follow my channel are aware. Let me share my screen here. Hopefully I can still talk over this. Let me make sure the audio is muted. There you go. Okay, you guys want to hear about some QBert? Let's talk about QBert, and I'll tell you guys where we're at with this. So I won a QBert arcade cabinet at Captain's Auctions Warehouse. This is one of my dream cabinets right here to own. Don't mind the junk I have underneath my pinball machine. Very, very excited to get my QBert cabinet. It did arrive. Now, unfortunately, my QBert cabinet had some surprises with it, which I'll have to get to. There's some really interesting stuff going on with this cabinet. And people have been asking me, they're like, PDubs, why haven't you shown anything with QBert or anything like that? So there's a reason, guys. And unfortunately, I'm not allowed to talk about it for a few more days yet as we iron out the situation. Let's just say it hasn't been perfect. But I wanted to give you guys an update that, hey, I have the cabinet. The cabinet has some issues, and we're working on resolving those issues. And probably within the next few days, those issues are going to be fixed. But I wanted to show you guys something very interesting that I found inside of my QBert cabinet. You guys ready? Take a look at this. What do you guys think this is right here? I'll give you guys a little taste. This is the original QBert Arcade instruction manual from 1982. Usually as arcade cabinets change hands over the years and things like that, these kind of things just end up in a recycling bin, or they get burned, or they get shredded, etc., etc., etc. But it was really cool to see that hidden inside of the cabinet, on the floor of the cabinet, was the original manual. Now, why is this important and why am I showing this to you? Because this manual was actually what helped me discover something odd about this arcade cabinet. So, and that's where all these problems started. Unfortunately, I can't say anymore. Just give me guys a couple more days. I'm going to put a really nice, interesting video on my channel letting you know the whole story. I got to get it filmed and edited about this cabinet, but talk about surprises. And it's a great learning experience for me, especially when you purchase something at auction and all that kinds of stuff. So just bear with me, guys. I know a lot of people have been asking me. They've been leaving comments on other videos saying, PDubs, when are you going to show off Qbert? I just wanted you guys to know that the cabinet has some issues with it. And I'm working on getting it all resolved in the next couple of days. And then we can talk a little bit more about it. All right. Now let's kind of talk about our Captain America mod. So if you guys are unfamiliar, a good friend of mine, Vern, who bought my Marvel pinball machine, him and I, he also goes by VJ. Him and I hit it off. We've become buddies. He's a really cool dude. Drink beers together, play arcades. He's a big fan of Arcade1Up stuff. And what I respect about him is at his house, his home arcade is in his loft in his house, just like me. So good job, sir. Good job. So what's interesting about, excuse me. But what's interesting, of course, is his son is an amazing human being. And he's a very special person. I think he's awesome. One of the coolest kids I ever met. And so Vern had told me, like, hey, man, I went to this guy on Facebook. And this is a great learning experience for you guys if you're looking, instead of building a multicade, if you want to buy a multicade. He goes, I had a Final Fight cabinet, and this guy was selling his services on Facebook to mod my cabinet. And I was like, okay. He goes, I had to pay this guy $300 and he created this. And he showed me his Final Fight cabinet. And once I saw it, which I'm going to roll a clip for you guys in just a second, I was like, for $300, you should have asked for a refund. But anyway, and of course, so him and I were talking. I'm like, here, he did this because he wanted to get it for his son and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do a whole new one for you and your son, and let's make it awesome and exciting, right? So, whatchamacallit? So I'm going to show you, if you guys saw part 1, last week, unfortunately Vern and I were both super busy, as you guys know. Last week we were able to get, the artwork on the cabinet. And then over this weekend, we were able to get most of the hardware put in, and there's some interesting stories here. So make sure you guys watch this, show you where we're at, and wait till you see what he paid for. I jumped out my seat when he flipped the camera around. He goes, I paid a guy $300 to do this. Okay. All right. You guys ready? Let's just roll the clip. Okay. Here's where we're at with our Multicade Mondays, our first modding project on Multicade Mondays. We're going to keep doing these. We're going to mod other cabinets. I got another cabinet downstairs that we're putting some FPGA stuff in that we're going to be showing you guys on the channel once we get done with the Captain America stuff. So just so you know, we're going to do a lot of mods moving forward. But here we go, Captain America. All right, it's time for Captain America Mod Project Part 2. Now, one of the reasons we wanted to do this mod, me and my buddy Vern, who also goes by VJ, is he had originally purchased this cabinet right here. This is a modded cabinet that he purchased online. There was a guy advertising his services saying, hey, I can do these Raspberry Pi type mods for you. And, Vern went ahead and got this for his son, but take a look at this mess. We got, he couldn't even get the back of the cabinet put on. Everything is just a hot mess. This is the cabinet that he originally had. And what we decided to do, obviously, to save on cost for doing this mod, in order to, give him a cabinet that him and his son can be proud of, is we're going to reuse a lot of parts from this thing. But what we're going to do is we're going to obviously make it better. Vern told me that the prior modder that he was working with charged him $300 to mod his Final Fight cabinet. That's $300 just for the labor, not including all the parts to put together this mod with this weird button control scheme and misdrilling on everything, and nothing mounted properly, nothing wired correctly, etc. So we definitely want to make sure that this Captain America cabinet is something that we'll be proud of. On the last episode of Multicade Mondays, we showed in part 1 we got all of our artwork put on, but now we're going to start putting all of our hardware in and making this look good. When I saw just the utter mess that was the wiring from the prior project that Vern paid for his son, my main goal, of course, when helping him with this mod is taking what experience I've achieved over the last couple of years, and keep in mind, I'm no expert either, but trying to give him something a lot more clean-cut and a lot more professional looking in regards to the wiring, and we're reusing a lot of the parts that he already paid for in the prior project. And after my discussions with Vern, since he wanted to save on money, save on costs, and reuse what we possibly could from the prior project, this is going to end up being a Raspberry Pi cabinet mod and all that kinds of stuff. But of course, we have everything mounted a lot better. We have a sound bar now instead of those speakers mounted with L brackets. We got him a keyboard Velcroed on. We got our Raspberry Pi mounted cleanly, as well as all of our control boards. Now, due to our busy schedules this weekend, we weren't able to finish the project. We'll probably finish it on the next visit to his house. But we were able to take this, and yes, Captain America and the Avengers is usually a 4-player arcade cabinet, but since this is for his son and for him, a 2-player cabinet and control scheme will work out. We decided to go ahead and put our little coin buttons right there for the Raspberry Pi on the J panel, keeping that control panel nice and clean so he could reuse the plexi. But essentially, we are getting very, very close to the finish line of this Multicade modding project. We have a nice clean install of our core components. And what's going to be really cool is when we get to the final steps and we get our bezel put on our monitor, we're going to get a really cool marquee that's going to work really well with a new Raspberry Pi image, as well as getting the coin door that was donated by viewer Tyler Fisher. Thanks so much. I received the coin door in the mail, and we're going to make sure we get that coin door mounted on the kick plate as well. So come in next week or next episode, and we'll probably be at part 3 and wrap up this mod. All right, there we go. So that's what we've done so far. We ran out of time. But we got to get our bezel put on. We're going to put on a really cool dynamic marquee. And then also we're going to put on that coin door. We're also going to make sure all the cabling inside looks good, the power strip and all that stuff. We're going to have one of those little filters that go into the back of the cabinet. That way he'll have an on-off switch on the back of the cabinet. And all he has to do is flick it on and be able to turn on everything and all that kinds of stuff, and then everything, do a normal shutdown and stuff. So that's where we're at so far with it. It's been a fun project. Now, Vern's never done a mod before. These Raspberry Pi mods, I've done so many of these that, I can make them look decent. I'm not the world's greatest modder, but I'm hoping it's better than what he had before. And Tyler, you're awesome for donating the coin door. We'll get that on. If you guys come back next Monday, we'll show you the final product and all that kinds of stuff. And also, here's a little bit of Arcade1Up for you guys. So I ordered the Arcade1Up Golden Tee from Best Buy, and those aren't shipping until like April 5th or something. So it's going to be a few weeks before I get mine, versus other people who ordered from Arcade1Up directly. They're already shipping. Well, guess what? Vern bought one. And he ordered it directly from Arcade1Up. He's already got his tracking number. So I think what we're going to do is this. Now, I don't know if Vern is watching or not. If he is, he's going to crack up. But him and I were talking as we were working on this Pi mod, and I was showing him how to do all this stuff. And he's like, he's like, I'm going to get my Golden Tee before you. Why don't you just do your video here when I have it? And I'm like, you know what? Even better. Everyone's always asking me to do these like live unboxing and build sessions, but I refuse to do them because what happens? I'm fat, I'm overweight, I get all sweaty, I get all red in the face, my rosacea goes nuts, you know what I mean? I breathe heavy. I'm like, but I'll tell you what, I'll bring over my laptop cameras and I'll host you building the cabinet. So we're going to have Vern live build the cabinet and in his arcade room, and we're going to do a live building of the Golden Tee. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and join us for that. Should be hopefully at his house this week. And we'll head over there and we'll do all that kinds of stuff. All right, so that's where we are with Qbert and Captain America and all that kinds of stuff. And then Arcade1Up, we're going to, obviously we're going to do a live stream of that game once, because he's going to get his cabinet before I do. and all that kinds of stuff. All right, so minus that, guys, let's talk iiRcade. So iiRcade released some new games in their store. We kind of talked about this on Super Game Room Dudes. Oil's Well. What else did they release, guys? Where did my thing go? So let me pull it up here for you guys real quick here, because I cannot seem to remember off the top of my head the names of the other two games. Oh yeah, the Rally X, the bike game, right? And the other one. There he is, Vernsky. I have a face made for radio, but I will do it. He's totally gonna do it. He says that all the time. But yeah. So he's gonna work hard. I'm gonna drink beer and host the live chat. Let's see here. Mike Hawk, with Arcade1Up gearing up to announce their countertop pinball, do you think Toy Shock is any closer to getting their countertops that they revealed on your channel to market? They're already on the market. They're in Canada, but they're not here in the United States. I have not heard from them in a long time. Not since CES, so it's been a couple of months. I think they're waiting for a distributor to pick those up so they could start selling those here in the United States, like Walmart of America or somebody. But I have no update on the status of that. And also, I wasn't aware Arcade1Up was going to do a countertop pinball, so I don't know where that's coming from. If it does, then you know more than I do. But let's talk. I wanted to talk about, and we are, man, we're cutting it really short on time here, guys. I want to talk about go-to games. So a lot of people who watch my channel, you guys own an iiRcade device. And I wanted to ask you guys, what are your go-to games? What are the games you really enjoy playing on that cabinet? Because it seems like there's a lot of owners out there who own the iiRcade, and out of 300 games, they're having a hard time trying to find games to play. They say there's nothing on this cabinet I want to play. There's nothing good. So definitely, guys, if you have an iiRcade, start throwing your game selection in the live chat as to what games you really like playing. But this show is all about you. I definitely want to share your guys' stuff on here. When is the Tapper Countercade coming out? Now I think you guys are trolling me because I have no idea what you're talking about. All right, yeah, Rally Bike came out. Oh yes, Truxton 2. So Truxton 1 is so hard, I can't even score 50,000 points yet. So until I can at least get over 50,000 points on Truxton 1, I'm not buying Truxton 2. But if you like Truxton 1, get Truxton 2 and all that kinds of stuff. Yes, you're supposed to play the games you bought, Mike. RB says the Psycho shmups are probably the best. Yeah, they have Psycho shoot 'em ups, as well as they have the Toplin shoot 'em ups. And there's a lot of people who own the iiRcade who absolutely love their Toplan ones. Let's see here. Hollywood Polo, love this guy. He loves playing Night Slashers, Ninja Kids, and the Combat Tribes. Those are some pretty good classic games. Okay. Warrior Blade, Breaker's Revenge, The Ninja Kids, Double Dragon, Street Hoop, Thunder Hoop 2. There you go. Eyes Gaming plays Eggs, Truxton. Let's see here. Tiger Heli. Yes, this is one of my favorites. That is one of my favorites. Absolutely love Tiger Heli. Good choice. Double Dragon, Bomb Squad, and Beach Buggy. Those are good choices. So here's what's interesting is if you have an iiRcade and if you have little kids, little itty bitty kids, Mousebot is a great game for kids. And personally, I love Mousebot. It's kind of like a weird Android game that they added on the system where you're just moving, you're just dodging, collecting cheese, dodging mousetraps. But it's the perfect game for your kids to play. And I do like the Doleen's Invasion, which is a lot like Space Invaders, but it's like a modern take on it. I do like playing that. Mayhem Brawlers, there you guys go. All right, let's see. Orion's Dream, Space Harrier, Double Dragon, MotoGP, Beach Buggy 1 and 2, and my favorite, Moto GT. So that's pretty funny here. So let's do here. All right, let's find this. So there's a game that I actually wanted to throw out there. So there's a great guy in our community. Let me find it. There's a great guy in our community. His name is Prince Malcolm. So he's just a fan of our iiRcade, and he's always reaching out to developers, letting them know about the iiRcade platform and what games he would like them to bring to the platform. There's actually, let me see here, Burger Break. Let me find the video. Where is it? Let's see if we can do it. No, this is a bad video. We gotta find something better. Hang on. Soul Calibur on iiRcade. Oh wait, yes, that would be really nice. Retromania Wrestling. Boogie Wings is always a good game. Oddmar, yes, I absolutely love Oddmar. Oddmar was the first game I played through until completion on the iiRcade. Oddmar is a great choice for that cabinet. Roston 3, love Roston 3. The Dark Seal games, can't go wrong with those. The Evoland games, let's see here. Wow, I can't believe nobody has a video out there about this game. This game just came out. Let's see here. Let's pull this up, Steve. Man, this is getting ridiculous. All right, hang on. With all the new cabinets you've been buying, are you going to change the name of your channel from PDubs Arcade Loft to PDubs Arcade Couch? Yeah, but the Cuber is going to end up having a happy ending that makes my wife happy. So we'll get going on all that stuff here. Oh my God, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to pull it up. I'm literally going to turn on my video game console and show you guys this. So just bear with me. This is going to be funny. All right. So I discovered a game that I want to come to the iiRcade. So as you guys know, the iiRcade is capable of playing a lot of Nintendo Switch and PlayStation ports and things like that, right? So just bear with me here. Let's see here. I might have to add my Elgato here, so hang on one second. Let's see here. All right. Can you guys still hear me? I hope you can hear me. All right. Now, guys, I keep your live chats coming, but you guys have got to play Burger Break. If you guys like games like Arkanoid... Oh, man, I got to get this off of here. Hold on, let me turn down the volume a bit on the game. All right, so if you guys like Arkanoid and Burger Time, this is a mixture of both. Let me just show you. Here, let's just pick this. We'll pick a more challenging level. But this game is incredible. I love this game. There's all kinds of amazing power-ups. And I gotta tell you, if I was iiRcade, I would pick up this game. Hang on. I cannot stop playing this thing. I am hooked to this game. Oh, no! You got 4 lives left, but hang on. So you got different power-ups. That power-up there will slow down time. But wait till the bad guys start showing up on the screen here, guys. This is going to get hilarious. Hopefully I can get there without losing all my lives. There he is! Alright! So you're going to have all these guys coming in. Oh! There, now I got a shield on the bottom. I can't lose. This game is only like $6 on the PlayStation Store, and I fell in love with this thing. We got this! We got this! All right. Well, I think that kind of gets you the idea. You guys got to play this game. This game is super dope. All right, what do you guys think of that? Did you guys like that game? Who is the developer publisher for Burger Break? I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but I want this game. I want this game on the iArcade. This game would be super fun. So that means $14.99 on the iArcade? No, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Hang on, let me mute this. Hang on. I love this game. Do you guys not like this game? Am I like a total idiot? Needs a spinner. Stick sucks for this type of game. I mean, it works totally fine with, you know, just playing with your PlayStation controller. I tried seeing if this game was on Steam. I couldn't find it on Steam. I don't know if it's a PS5 exclusive or not. So, but yeah, Burger Break. If you have a PS5, check it out. I think it's hilarious. It's no Gunstar Heroes, but it's fun. I want to play it on I want to play it on an arcade machine. You know what I'm saying? I think it's hilarious. So, holy flash game, Dubs. All right, you guys are making fun of me. Yes, it's an adorable game. Yes, it's like Dolings, and I love Dolings, which we mentioned a few minutes ago on the iArcade. I absolutely loved it. So yeah, check it out. But yeah, my go-to games, obviously, you know, you got your Mayhem Brawler, your Retromania Wrestling. You got your Tiger Heli. What's the submarine game? Oh man, I like playing the submarine game. You guys know what I'm talking about. The classic submarine game. Does it have adaptive trigger controls? There you go. I play games like Fantasy World and Diver Boy. There you go. You know what? I find a game I like, and everyone makes fun of me. That's okay. It's not Echo the Dolphin cool, but it's pretty decent, right? So, all right, let me pull up my little list here because I want to make sure that I give you guys some really good game recommendations here before we wrap things up. In the Hunt, yes, In the Hunt. I love that game on the iArcade. That game is super fun. I tried doing that water ski game that everyone likes playing, that water ski game, and I don't know, I just didn't like it. I don't know why. Yeah, try a game before you diss it. There you go. There you go. All right, so obviously Alien Storm. I love playing Alien Storm. Let me go down here. Battle Chopper, I didn't really like because you like have to shoot the ice cubes to get the stuff to fall, and you know I kept dying. I couldn't get anywhere in Battle Chopper. Like if I really suck at a game, I complain about it and all that kinds of stuff. Console Fanboy gave me a $5 super chat. My apologies if I almost missed it. Have you heard of iArcade planning on making a Core Max type of deal where you could access the store and use your own stick? No, I have not. I haven't heard of anything like that. But there you go. It would be interesting if iArcade did a subscription service, kind of like Game Pass. That would be really cool. AstroMad gave us a $10 super sticker. We greatly appreciate that. Love to see Earthworm Jim. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised we don't have that. That would be really cool. Everyone likes Earthworm Jim. All right, here we go. Let me get this off of here. So I got to find the ones that I play. So obviously I don't play Cisco Heat. I hate that game. Dandara is really good as well. Obviously Dark Seal 1 and 2. I love those fantasy games. Those games are really good. Desert War, the vertical scrolling shooter. I love that game. I love, where you're like dropping down, picking up the people. You got to pick them up or like rescue the POWs and take back off. So it's not like constantly like, you're scrolling, shooting. There's actually a little bit more of a challenge. You got to land. And while you're trying to pick people up, they still shoot at you and all that kinds of stuff. Like the Dolings games, like Elevator Action. Gun Force 1 and 2. Play through those. Love those. Let me see here. Yes, Boogie Wings. Everyone loves Boogie Wings, and Boogie Wings is on every device. Obviously, you guys know I love the Magical Drop games, so any of those games. Moto Rush GT, I'm not a fan of. Let's see here. What else? I have like all these games. So I'm trying to pick my favorites out of this list. Riptide Renegade I like as well. Space Ace. I like Space Ace more than Dragon's Lair. There, I said it. I said it. Stoneball, I couldn't really get into. Of course, Street Hoop. I like Street Hoop. Who doesn't like that? The Sydney Hunter games are actually okay. Obviously, the Warrior Blade, Roston games, Map Mania. I do like World Rally and World Rally Championship 2, both those racing games as well. Let's see here. Oh, and Evoland. Evoland 1 is really good. It's shorter. I need to play Evoland 2 on the iArcade. I need to get that done. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. So that's a lot of the stuff I'm playing right now. My apologies we had to rush through all that because we're already over our time limit. Stadium Hero 96. Yeah, that's a fun arcade baseball game. Street Hoops and Riptide. You know what's funny about Gunbird is I've played it so much on the iArcade as well as on other devices that I'm kind of Gunbird out. Like, I don't think I would turn on my arcade and play Gunbird. I would probably play one of the other ones. Now, Rangok Skies, there's so much going on the screen, I literally can't figure it out. It's like, I mean, it's really cool that they have kind of a modern vertical shooter on there. But I'm going to have to revisit that one. Do you think iArcade will get a top-tier modern game soon? I think that they have some big stuff in the pipeline. They just can't say anything, right? And they're adamant not to say anything because they don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. That whole Mutant Football League thing, guys, that was a huge, I guess you could say, learning experience for the iArcade, right? And we still don't know for sure if that game is going to come out on the iArcade or not. Wind Up Nights, is that where he keeps moving no matter what? He goes side to side across the screen? I think I think I bought the first one, but I only played it for a few minutes. I got to give that a try. Yes, there are a ton of vertical shooters that are awesome on this cabinet. But yeah, I think they learned from that, guys, and now they didn't want to overpromise and underdeliver. You know what I mean? Like, hey, guys, this game's coming. I think what they did recently where they announced a game and then released it a few days later, I think that was really cool, right? And that's probably what they should do moving forward, right? I mean, think about it. They announced Space Invaders. They still haven't released the game. So a lot of us are getting annoyed, like, where the heck is Space Invaders, right? And then all their social media channels get flooded with, where is Space Invaders? Where is Space Invaders, right? It would have been better for them just to say, hey, we signed a partnership with Taito, and we're going to get a whole bunch of Taito games coming soon. And then if they had said, hey guys, Space Invaders is coming on Tuesday, and then on Friday they launch it, right? Or same day Tuesday, right? Like, I think we would all be a lot more excited. Like, hey guys, new game coming today. You know what I mean? So there you go. Why don't we ever see leaks for iArcade? Because that's not iArcade's marketing model. I don't care what Michael B says. I firmly 100% believe in my heart of hearts, that all these leaks that we've seen over the last 2 years have been intentional leaks by Arcade1Up's marketing team. I 100% believe it. I'll jump on the conspiracy theory bandwagon for those. There's just way too many leaks for it to be like, oh, geez, something happened. Like, I think the only one that was real was probably the SNK one, because they legitimately, like, kind of lost that deal because of that leak. And I think everything else was kind of planned, in my opinion, guys. You know, I think that was Bashir Zarul's little marketing plan on how to market their product, is via leaks and get free press versus, you know, spending money to do real professional advertisements. I don't believe for a second that all these leaks were completely accidental. Like, maybe no, Gamefly was definitely intentional. Randy's Records maybe was an accident, and the SNK one was maybe an accident. But honestly, everything else, like when Liberty Games or when like the Brick in Canada or Wayfair, Like when all of a sudden these listings went live, I do not think that it was an accident. That's what I think. I'm sorry. You know? It all started after Bashir showed up, and now that Bashir, I don't know if he's still there anymore. But watch those stop. Wouldn't it be funny if, because I've heard something. I heard through the grapevine that Bashir Zarul, who runs their marketing, I heard he might not be with them anymore. And if that's true, and if the leaks stop, you know what's up. You know what's up. All right, guys, I'm over my allotted time. I know it's after 11 o'clock on the East Coast, and I know you guys want to get to bed, have a great work day. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode of Multicade Mondays. Next week, our vendor of the week is Glenn's Retro Show. We're going to be talking about all kinds of GRS products and what you can do with them, where you can put them. We're going to wrap up our Captain America mod project. Hopefully this week I can get to Vern's house. We can finish it. And then we're going to start our FPGA project, which I'm very excited about because it's something that I've personally been wanting to learn. And instead of just being like, like this Captain America, we're kind of doing like an overview of the project. We'll actually dive further into it. I might actually try and make some FPGA videos. It's something that I knew nothing about, and I'm trying to learn. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? We're all trying to learn new things. And hopefully a lot of you FPGA experts out there can help me with this project. I'd greatly appreciate it. And then also, we'll give you the full story on the Q*bert cabinet once we wrap things up in a couple of days, and we'll see what happens in the world of Multicades. If you guys enjoyed tonight's podcast, do me a favor, leave your comments, feedback, reactions below, and don't forget, guys, to give us a thumbs up on the way out. And thank you for subscribing. I'll see you guys this week. Talk to you soon.